Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I figured this week we could do something kind of a little different and show you what goes on like behind the scenes, because I just typically show my runs and show you how I have to fit all these runs into my day. Okay, future editing me here. I wanted to quickly explain something. I know I said I'm gonna do a whole week in my life, but I changed it to a couple days in my life, primarily because I had so much footage, and honestly some of the footage was just like, and it was primarily from the days where I wasn't running, so I figured we'll just cut that. So I'm gonna show you all my week where I actually do my runs instead. I just wanted to give a little disclaimer. Now I will say, we're already not starting off fitting it into my day. I was supposed to be up at 6 a.m. It's almost 8. I got up at like 7:30, but I laid in the bed. I didn't get up. So that was issue number 1. We're already a little behind schedule. I actually wanted to be probably home by now at 8, if you're actually thinking about it. So we're about almost 2 hours behind schedule at this point once we start. For breakfast, it's gonna look a little crazy. Toast, I'm having 4, but since I take the crust off, it weirdly works out that like 4 pieces of toast are a little bit more than just 2 pieces of toast when you take the crust off. Don't ask me how, I weigh it out and it just does work that way. That's what I'm having because I'm also theorizing sometimes the Trader Joe's bagels. I don't know if they make my stomach, oh, I can't eat yet, y'all. I gotta take my pills. It's Pepsi time, okay? So I gotta take my vitamins right now.
That's a major package.
It could have been major, okay? They said 10 to 60 minutes before, so I'm gonna take these and then I'll probably actually go get dressed before I eat my toast because that's probably the smarter thing to do. Also, in case you're wondering, I sent another message to my doctor on Saturday, so today's hope is that she answers me back. We'll see. I got so many questions. I'm feeling, honestly.
I ate and didn't weigh in. Now I'm all dressed too. Damn it.
Our goal for today and every day this week, take this down, which we usually do. But it's about 80 ounces of water. That's what I feel like is good for me, and I don't feel like I have to like piss everywhere. And I also feel good in the sense of like hydrated. Okay, well that gives us a significant time push back of another 10 minutes now because I just took those, so I gotta wait. I don't know, it says 10 to 60 minutes on the bottle.
10 to 60?
Minutes, you can take it before eating.
I think you just said 30 to 60.
Who said that? Everything I said I had to do, done. I got dressed. Doesn't look like it because I'm wearing the same exact shirt. This is just I put it back on because it was a little bit cold and I figured I don't need to wear that little tank just for right this second, so I'm gonna put it back on.
Did you put it on backwards? Let's see. You sure did.
Okay, so that's how you guys know I did in fact get dressed. I put my shirt back on backwards. The printing is very thin. I've had the shirt for years now, okay? I weighed in. Listen, I'm happy with the weigh-in, but I'm also like, could be better. Also, I got my 4 pieces of toast. Now we have to do one more important thing, which is get our fuel. This is my little bin. I keep all of our stuff in. Primarily at this point, it's just these tailwinds, pretty much. Like that's all that's in here. Well, and obviously liquid IV. And I have some of these from the breast cancer walk, Pedialyte from the breast cancer walk, and then the last remaining bits of Trader Joe gummies for her. They sound like rocks. What I came in here for, salt steak. She still has 2 from the run we did last week in her thing. She ended up not taking them, so she'll take those 2 and I'll take mine. I think last week we tried the peach, which was really good. I constantly love to go, let me just get a little bit, and I forget. I leave the cotton in here. I leave the cotton in there because I don't really know. I'm assuming it's to help prevent moisture, and you know what? I figure, whatever. It takes me 2 seconds to put it back in. It just takes me a little bit longer because I forget I leave it in there. This is pretty much all I'm gonna take on the run, and 13 ounces of water. I just bring those, honestly, I bring the water A because the cold wind now has been drying out my mouth, so it's just like for that, and then 2 to get these guys down. Sometimes they get a little chalky if your mouth is like too dry, so usually.
That's what I have the lifesavers for.
Yeah, she usually carry lifesavers with her to help. Oh, let me get tissues because last week I was out. Nose was running, and I needed something to deal with that because that was an issue I was having. So I have to go get tissues for that, and I have to go put my Body Glide on my legs. I will say, I've also started putting Body Glide all over my feet. It actually helps, I think. All right, let me go grab tissues, put the Body Glide on, and then I gotta put my shoes on, and we're ready to go. We got a 5K today. We're finally leaving. I will not share the time, okay? No, I'm not gonna do it. I said I was showing the week, but it doesn't mean I have to tell you what time we're actually leaving because it's not good. Changed, put my St. Jude's marathon shirt on because I'm like, maybe it's cool. Honestly, it could be like 70s now because it took so long. Should we check that and make sure? I don't know. I figured either way, this is like really thin and light and can be tied around, but it's something to give a little bit of warmth. I also have my newer
62.
Okay, so just only like a little bit warmer. I'm wearing my new Brooks because I feel like before I might have been getting shin splints. I don't really know. My other shoes just hit 230, which was the same ones my last Glycerins hit, and guess what? I was getting shin splints, lymphedema flare up. I don't really know. I have my new ones on just to see. For some reason, the laces feel shorter on these, even though they're the same exact pair of shoes. I mean, I did get my other pair at Fleet Feet and these came directly from Brooks. So does that have something to do with it? Probably not, but I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy. We're gonna head out. I'll see you at mile 1. First mile done. Kind of sprinted to it because I was like, I'd like it to be under 15 minutes. I don't even know if I did because
You were ahead of me. You might have hit it. I was at 15:20.
Yeah, now the issue is I'm walking slow to catch my breath because I kind of sprinted, but I still have 2 miles.
Total distance.
Mile and a half done, we're like halfway, so we just took our little salt stick. I will say, my heart rate's probably a little bit higher than it should be for today. Did not dress appropriately. It's definitely a little warmer, so I think with this, it's raising it, but I also just don't feel like taking it off.
Total distance.
All right, we're all finished with the run. I didn't check in at the end just because I kind of started to try to like lock in a little bit here and just like get to the end. We did not do it in 45 minutes, but listen, there was a lot of things that slowed down. Like first off, like I was kind of stupid to do that first mile and like sprint to it to try to get in a certain time because then I walked for a while because I was so out of breath from doing that. And it was up a hill, so kind of stupid. And then we had another big hill, and then we were walking, and there was this guy with his dogs, and they came up to us. Like, the dog was very sweet and very kind, but where we were, like, he, like, was leaving the guy to come to us, which was, like, right next to, like, you know, a very active road, so we were kind of like, oh, no, and the guy was like, oh my god, I'm sorry. And we're like, no, we just don't want your dog to run in the road. Yeah, so we kind of slowed down for that, because we, you know, like, I don't want a dog to get hit kind of on our watch, even though it wasn't, you know what I mean. We have to get ready because we have to go to work in a minute because we're running so late. I'm gonna try to shower really quick. I was kind of hoping I wasn't gonna have to shower when I heard it was so cold, but literally my hair, like these little hairs have just been dripping little water beads all over me. So there's that. Also, as you can see, the shirt obviously came off. I think like literally right after I last talked to you guys, I ripped that thing off because I was like, she was like, I'm taking mine off. And she's like, I'm too hot. It's getting stuck to me. And I was like, you know, she's like, it feels like a breath fresh air. You should do it. And I was like, okay, I'll do it too. I ripped it off and I did feel so much better. I think that's also why I didn't talk to you because like the lock-in just helped. I was feeling like so much cooler after that. I pretty much finished all the water from that run. I think I might have like a sip or two left, which I'll finish. And then I think I'm gonna make a liquid IV because I'm a lot sweatier, saltier than I am. We honestly just have to get up earlier so that we can run in colder weather because obviously the race will be at like 7 a.m. But I mean, it will, see, that's my concern with the race. I'm hoping it's just gonna be very cold by November, but it's only 30 days away, but like, things could change on a dime, okay? All of a sudden one year it was snowing on Halloween here, so really, please. I don't know. We'll have to just like wait and see for that, but my fear that makes me a little bit nervous for the race is the fact that like it will be cold and then it will get progressively hotter like throughout the day probably because we'll be out there for obviously a decent amount of time. Like this was just 45 minutes, but on race day we're gonna be out there for quite a bit. I'm gonna stop yapping and get cooking so then I can go shower and get to work. Oh, I gotta go. My cats are being bad. I freshened up. I ended up not doing like a full-on shower just because we're cutting it close for time. And also I wanna like shave my legs and do all this stuff. So I figure when I come home, I'll do like a full like shower, but figured out. Breakfast, I ended up having, I'm having 2 hash browns. I was gonna just have one and then I was like, you know what? I really want a second one. Also, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna just do that. And then my burrito, as you saw, tofu, some cheese. I would have done like spinach and peppers, but honestly, I didn't feel like waiting for them all to like thaw and all that, so I figured I'm just gonna do just them for now, so it doesn't matter. It's protein. I'm gonna eat. I have to go drink my electrolyte because I completely forgot about that, and then go to work. All right, we just got back home. We're gonna make dinner now. We're gonna do rice and beans with chicken nuggets tonight. And I am going to also freshen up, and then I'm gonna do Run Better with Ash's injury prevention blueprint plan. I've been doing this for probably, I think this is supposed to be day 10 now, but I started it a few days ago, like longer than that, because I took last Saturday and Sunday off just because of the shins wanting to flare up and potentially bother me. So I was like, let's just do nothing. Let's just rest to the best of our abilities. So I figured let's not even like mess around with that. I think today is piriformis, the hips basically, which I definitely will say, I don't always do, like, I've never liked yoga or any of that, but when I do his stuff, I definitely feel like my legs feel lighter. They feel like, I don't know, they feel better. Like, I will say that. Like, usually like yoga, I'm like, I don't know if sometimes I feel like I did nothing, and sometimes I'm just like, what the hell was that? That's simply what I feel like sometimes when I do like stretching and yoga. What the hell was that? His stuff, I don't feel like that. And it's also very short and very quick. So that is a pro. Yeah, a pro. I'm gonna go do that. and then we're gonna start, well, I'm gonna start making dinner so I can cook while I do that. I think that's it. And then tonight we have a godsend. One of the best housewife franchises has returned, so I will see you for that. All right, here's dinner: rice and beans, chicken nuggets. Oh, I was gonna pan up and show you, but hold on, the TV went off. It's a big night, y'all. They're finally back. I gotta know what they're thinking about Karen. All right, we finished dinner. We finished Potomac. I will say, I feel like from the first episodes, you can kind of judge them on that. I do think we have a good season on our hands. Also, what a time to be alive where there's 4 Housewife episodes airing, right, like in 1 week. What an amazing thing. With Married to Medicine on the horizon, I feel blessed. With that being said, it is time for a little dessert. You know I have to have a sweet treat. Like, I'm not gonna have a sweet treat. What I'm gonna have is Trader Joe's vanilla ice cream. Honestly, it's pretty good for coconut ice cream. I don't usually like coconut milk things, but this one's not that bad. The vanilla is very strong. And then I just take Annie's bunny cookies. I like the ones with the chocolate chips in them, and I just put them in there. I don't know, it's kind of like having cookies and milk, but also like putting like little crunchy things in your ice cream. It's kind of like having the little like things you get like in ice cream cake. Also, I am almost done with my water. I have like literally this much left, which I will probably finish. Got our workout done, did my mobility, 14,000 steps, ate in my calories, all good. So I will see you tomorrow morning for hills. Good morning, everyone. Here's the thing, we're already not gonna go out and do intervals because we're just thinking, we're like, how much will this benefit in 2 weeks of like actual real hard training, and then 2 weeks of tapering, and then like race week. We might do them next week, but we're like, for today, let's not, because also obviously we've talked about this with her and her prolapse, so we try to make sure it's not flaring up. Obviously, like if it's getting worse, don't want to push it. And mine with the shins, like obviously doing a hill would probably make them worse, so I figured I agreed, let's not push it, because also in our easy runs are hills. Like I think there's like 3 to 4 hills where we do our easy run, so we know we're getting them. It's just, you know, that's like more consistent up and down. And obviously maybe we'll do them next week. I think this week we're not. Happy Thursday, everyone. Guess who got up at 6 a.m? Me. I did lay in bed for like 20 minutes though, but that's fine. It was closer, okay? Also, we're dressed and ready to go out for the run. It says it's like 50, but it feels like 40. So I'm wearing my thermal that I got from Brooks at the running store. And then look at this. My watch like has a cutout. I don't know if that was purposeful because it can't be the hand one, but these have little mittens, a hood.
Is the cutout on both sides of the...
Yes, I think there is a cutout on both sides. I can't really tell because I'm holding you with that, but I think so. Because that would be rude to, yeah. So this is what I'm wearing. She has a windbreaker on, so we're hoping she's as warm. Also, I figure I could just bust this off if I have to.
I think we'll be okay. It's cold, but...
Okay, well, we're gonna get started. I'm probably gonna lock in. I don't know how much I'm gonna check in because I wanna make sure that we just go. Also, I think the cold will make us run faster. I will check in at some point, but all right, let's get started. Look at them. As I said, I had to lock in for the run. Obviously, we did not do it under 45 minutes, but we were kind of close. Honestly, I think the first mile, it kind of just took me away with how cold it was for my like lungs. Like, I just wish I could have got the water into my lungs to like, I don't know, undry them out. It was just, that was like the issue with that part. But honestly, we didn't do too bad. I don't know how true. I don't know if this was having trouble like getting to my wrist. Like, I can't tell if it's in there blocking it. I don't think it is. But because there's points where like my heart rate was kind of low and then it'd be high. And I mean, towards the end, my heart rate was definitely higher to like what it normally is. But in the beginning, it was kind of low. And I think it was because of how cold it was. Like, there was nothing to be down on. Also, it got definitely progressively more sunny as we went on. And I will say with this, I actually really like this. And I honestly probably would get more. So I kind of got this on a steal for like, it was a sidewalk sale for like $20 something. I don't know, but it's pretty good. It definitely kept me warm. Like, don't get me wrong. Armpits are sweating and drenched, and I think I have a tank under here, obviously. Yeah, I still have, my tank is completely covered in sweat, different colored pink now. Like, I think it kept me like warm, but like I wasn't like too overheating. Like, I was obviously able to wear it the whole run. Like, she took her jacket off. I think it was good because it almost feels just like another layer of like skin on you, but warmer. Like, it's clinging to me, and she doesn't like clinging, but I would recommend if you, oh God, sorry. If you get something like this, like make sure it does kind of cling and stick to you, because I think moving around, it won't, I feel like it won't feel as nice. Like, I think you need it to be like tight on you. I will say, it's kind of hard to see, but it's a little bit like long for me. I think if I had leggings on, it would be better, but because I have my sweatpants and I have to tie my sweatpants, and then it like bunches up because they're too big on the waist, but like everywhere else on my leg, it fits fine. Fun fact, that's just how pants fit for me. So like, it's kind of bunching up, so it couldn't like sit nice. So I did end up, before we started running, taking it and just tucking it into these pants, and it worked better. But I will say that because I definitely don't have like the longest torso. I pretty much like at Old Navy, I try to go for the petite shirts because they feel like normal shirts for me. There's a fun fact. So highly recommend this Brooks thing because I think it was kind of like a good, I will say, black on black, probably shouldn't have done that for safety. I didn't even think about that. I probably should have worn.
I was in black on black too.
Yeah, but at least she busted out with that pink shirt. You know, I have literally hot pink socks on.
I did wear my pink socks too.
Can you see your socks?
Yours are not as bright as mine though. I mean, mine are not as bright as yours.
There's that. I'm gonna have that pasta that we made a few days ago because that's what I'm craving. But right now I'm actually gonna go and do my Run Better with Ash because it's kind of like a stretch cool down thing. I might do one of his like stretching videos and then do that, and then I'm gonna shower because the one thing I didn't get to mention to you because I just want to get out and run is today we're actually doing volunteering. We're going to volunteer with Making Strides. We're doing tabling. We're going to a senior living place and tabling there. I honestly don't really know what we're doing. The lady she came and dropped off the stuff and said you have to set up a table and you're just gonna sit there, and so that's what we're gonna do. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, when I first volunteered, I was gonna volunteer to do something at the walk because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do like the walk. I had a couple ideas and then people in my family were like, are you going to the walk this year? And I was like, yeah. And then I don't know. So I honestly don't know if my family's coming, but they were saying stuff like that. So I was like, okay, yeah, I guess I'll go to the walk. But I was going to the walk either way. I just didn't know if I was going to volunteer at the walk or walk at the walk. I think I'm going to walk at the walk probably this year. I was hesitant to walk at the walk pretty much because obviously we're training for this half marathon and the day before will be a long run. But I'm actually going to take this off because I am like getting more hot now, weirdly. I think if it doesn't have wind, this might not be as good. All right, I will see you. Oh, this is our table, and she left me, and it's so windy, and everything's blowing away, and some lady gave us rocks. Look at that traitor. She left me alone at the table. So, we've been home for the event for a little bit now, but I will say the event was kind of eye-opening because, first off, we were at a senior living doing our, like, tabling, and half of them were all like, yeah, we actually can't even get mammograms. Like, they tell us not to get mammograms after a certain age, which is kind of just crazy. Like, they said that basically trying to do anything to cure the cancer would actually probably be more harmful, which is just like, whoa. So it was kind of like weird because like, not that they didn't need any of our information, but not really because they can't really do anything with it. Also, every guy skipped our table except for one guy. He did say, I'm gonna take this for my wife, which I thought was very sweet. So that was nice because every other guy saw the pink and just kept on walking. Yeah, so it went pretty well. I thought about this from the moment I woke up. I said, wait, maybe after I get home from my run, I could try to take a quick nap before the event because I'm going to be tired. And then I literally came home and I fell asleep on the couch. But it's dinner time now. I did have 2 rice cakes though when we got home. So I was like, I'm kind of hungry, so I need something. So tonight we're having one of my faves, rice, pigeon peas, and then also, I don't know where it is in here. Oh, there it is. They're kind of cut small. Oh, it just fell out of the spoon anyway. There's little sausages in there. The little sausages in there are Trader Joe's Italian sausages, and they are pretty good. Here is the seasonings. Obviously, these are like, as you can see, these are our big ones. These are ones that we use in everything, but this is specifically for this because it's yellow rice. This is what makes the rice yellow, turmeric. Like, I would have never thought. And then this gives it that umami flavor if you're a Food Network person. So this is what we're gonna do. Light on this because this is primarily salt. We use very little. This though, we go a little bit, not too heavy on this either because you will literally be like, ooh. So look at this. She's over here trying to work.
I'm trying to make room.
And he's this. Don't make room for him. He doesn't go on the counter. You go on the counter?
He did, just now.
He did, but he shouldn't. But he is pretty cute looking. Oh, where he is. Watch the pins.
I got the pins.
This will all be a video soon for you guys. Here is dinner, everyone. I'm so excited for this. And then we also have half diddle, so then we have lunch for tomorrow, well, slash breakfast, because we go to work early tomorrow, so I'm very excited to have this. It's one of my top 10 meals now, I think. So we're gonna go to bed tomorrow since we didn't do my push day on Wednesday. I'm gonna double up and do push and pull tomorrow. So I will see you tomorrow morning for push and pull. I packed everything up, but then we ended up making a few changes to a couple things. For one, we're not going to take any of the salt stick stuff because my carb mixes have electrolytes in them, and then she's going to drink liquid IV as she goes, so she also doesn't really need those. She'll get more electrolytes in the liquid IV than she will with the salt stick. So we figure let's not. Also, since she does have high blood pressure, we try to be careful with the salt. The plan is here too. I'll kind of explain a little bit more tomorrow, but she's gonna try to carry all our fuel with us for the whole 10 miles that we're gonna run tomorrow morning to see how that goes. As far as an outfit goes, I have pants that are kind of like a little bit thinner than what I wore on Monday because the sweatpants were like nice, but they kind of were a little heavy and like bunching because they don't fit very nice. First off, they're already cut for a guy because I had bought them roughly at the beginning of my weight loss journey to have sweatpants, and I only really wear them now, but they're just a little heavy, and like when you wear them they kind of start to like, especially with like, you know, running, they start to like slide down even though they are tied, and I just don't want to deal with that. I mean, if I get there and I'm super cold, I'll put them on, but I'm gonna bring those with me mostly for after we're done so that I can change clothes because we found a ton of garage sales tomorrow. Hopefully it doesn't rain. It's really supposed to rain on Sunday here, like bad. Like there's been a warning about it, especially because it's gonna be windy. I'm hoping for no rain tomorrow so that we can go to these garage sales because we're looking for bicycles. That is something we have to do tomorrow actually. So we have to get gas, but we also have to get money for these because obviously it's a garage sale. And then there's also like a little flea market that we might check out. We've checked it out once before. They don't really have anything, but we'll see. Maybe now they will have a bike, you don't know. So we figure we're gonna check. Our main goal is to at least get one bike for her, obviously, because it will make it easier for training purposes, even though we're coming to the end of this training block anyway, but it's not the end. I'm gonna probably do more stuff after this. Also, what else did I grab? Oh, I grabbed another thing just in case. As you saw, I took the door, I can't. As you saw, I took the Brooks shirt, and then I also have my Helly Kyoko sweatshirt, which is more for after, but I also grabbed this. This is kind of like the jacket she had on the other day. We got these from Marsh. Okay, mine's stuck inside and it's probably ripping up my jacket. Yeah, I hate this Velcro because you can't do anything with it. Like if you don't like zipper the jacket, it's like just gets stuck on you. Not my favorite part about the jacket. It's a nice jacket, but I figured just in case it does rain, I'll probably switch out of this because she said she was hot in hers. So I think I'll switch out of that into this to hopefully shield from the rain. And then as for what she's gonna carry, it's this. This looks really stuffed right now because we have 2 towels in here. I've seen them before, but they make like towels that are custom made for your chair. We just take 2 old towels that we have and we just put them on our carpets. It's the same thing, and then we get to bring them in, wash them. So that's also in there along with our belts to hold our phone. And then we put the fuel. Then we put the fuel and like just like, Papa. I don't want to say like, you're gonna have to ignore him. He's ready for his nighttime snack, but he has to wait until we're all teeth are brushed. I did brush my teeth, but she has to brush hers first. And then we have like one that has like Body Glide, tissues, like a Vicks thing to clear your nose, and then we'll also take some of the stuff from our first aid kit in our car and put it in there. So basically we have like 2 little mini bags in there. They're the mesh bags that you use like when you get produce from the store. So we have that holding those 2 things so that, you know, she doesn't have to fish around the bag. She can just turn it, grab the bag, go. So basically we're gonna also try to make these drinks while we're doing this simultaneously. The main goal for tomorrow is just to cover the distance of 10 miles. It's not about time, it's just doing it. So both agreed if we feel like we can't run, we're just gonna keep walking until we see 10 miles. We'll see how this goes. This will be interesting. We have all the fuel, as you saw. I'm gonna do 2 carb mixes, and then I also brought Trader Joe's leather fruit strips for like the last 30 minutes just to see, honestly, just for after. I am gonna bring a peanut butter and jelly after because I know I usually am pretty hungry after, and since we're going to all these garage sales, we also have to go to Trader Joe's and stuff to get food. I figure I'm gonna be hungry and never get to go into a grocery store, especially Trader Joe's, hungry. That's how I walk out with a bag of peanut butter pretzels, okay? Can't do that, especially not now, okay? And then we also got our vitamins, inhaler, all of it's ready. We are all prepped, hopefully, for my alarm to go off at 6 a.m. I'm gonna put this over here with all our clothes, and we're ready for the morning. See you in the morning, puppy. It looks crazy. Oh, goodnight kisses, giving goodnight kisses. Guess what day it is? It's time. I'm not gonna lie, it looked a little ominous out. I was thinking in my head, and now
I thought it was dark because it was morning.
Yeah, I was thinking, that sun's taking a long time to get up. It's raining. Okay. Oh, I was charging my...
Oh, so sorry. We can keep leaving.
Charging my Fitbit. Have the Brooke shirt on, but I'm glad I brought that other windbreaker because, definitely gonna need it. I haven't tried the carb mix, but I figured I could try that now with you guys. I'm gonna put you all down to pop this open.
That's a fine drizzle we got.
My phone connected to the CarPlay. I opened it, but I didn't drink it. That's weird. That's not naked. That has a little sweet to it.
Everything fell over, great.
It's like sugar water. I like it though. It's not bad. It just has no flavor. Like, it's like sugary water, but it doesn't taste like anything. I don't know. Is that probably, that's, someone's gonna be like, that's exactly what it is. It's just sugar water. Okay, I thought it was just gonna taste like water. Like, I've had the Element unflavored like a long time ago, and it tasted just like water. Nothing. I thought that's what it tastes like. It just tastes like water with sugar.
I like that we're anticipating that we're gonna be sweating.
Well, now it just might be for our wet clothes from running. Yeah,
True that.
our towels. I got Sesame Street. I'm gonna go start to get ready. We have a little video to watch to stretch. We're gonna do a run with Ash. Trusting him with everything. I was hoping my music was gonna pause, but it's gonna play. It's fine. We're already at 2 miles.
Total distance.
A little over 2 miles now. I did take my other jacket off. I still have it in case it does like torrentially downpour, but I'm feeling pretty good. I think I drank a little bit too much of my car mix. I have to pee, and I forgot I'm supposed to pace it over an hour, but it's all right. Taking a break for now. I'll probably pick it back up at like 2.5 or something, but overall feeling pretty good. 8 miles left. What the hell? What? We're ending it. It's 4.25, and we're ending it because, can you see us? It's literally like, I can't even see. Like, I can't even see. And I'm not like a person that has good enough vision that I can take my glasses off. And both my shoes are wet. I can feel the water squelching in them as I walk. Sadly, made the other car mix. Shouldn't have. But I didn't know it was going to be this bad. I mean, we did it, but... No, we didn't do it, but I don't know what we're going to do.
4.5.
We did 4.5. I wish we could have done more. Now I can't even like be like, oh, I'll go do like 6 tomorrow because my shoes are so wet. I need to buy a second pair of shoes. That's what I've learned from this. I think I might have to splurge. I don't want to because I already have to buy fuel, but I might have to buy a second pair of shoes. She at least has another pair. I don't. Great. I brought a sweatshirt, but I didn't bring like an undershirt or like a bra or anything to put on besides this. I didn't bring socks either. I realized this after I stepped in the giant puddle over there. Hey, I didn't bring socks. Now I gotta barefoot out in my slides. I'm assuming the garage sales are also canceled. So I did see some cats though. So that's a pro. But also then this, all that water, dripped like a whole ton in my eye. I'll see you at home. I am going to eat my peanut butter and jelly, even though I didn't do the 10 miles because I'm kind of hungry. Hi, guess who's back? Okay. So first off, my sandwich just fell off the car and then my phone fell on top of it. And I have these lens covers on my lenses. And I literally changed it last night because it was broken. And I said, oh, I'm going to film today. But then I ended up not even filming the run because of all the rain. And guess what? She knocked it off the thing and now it's cracked worse than it was before. So now I have to use another one.
How'd you had it on though? Imagine you didn't.
I know, that's the positive here. But it does suck because I literally just did it last night. These pants were very hard to try to do in this car. Did everything in this back seat here. It was rough. We found this towel under our seat as an emergency towel and think of... What's that bruise on my arm for?
I don't know, I had a bruise under my arm too that I was like, where'd that bad boy come from?
I think... What was I just gonna say? Oh, so it was good because it was in there. So I have my hair in here because they were sopping wet. Like every time I dry my back off, here it would go. We do have to go to Trader Joe's still. I took my socks off. My feet are now dry, which is nice, but...
Are you wearing those feet out like that?
Why'd you say it like that?
Like, are you wearing those?
I guess, yeah, I'm gonna have to. I can't get those socks back on.
I wasn't leaving mine. I was leaving mine on because I thought, no. Don't worry, mine will be worse looking. So, oh, I couldn't get that off.
Can I tell you, the kinesiology tape I did use is on. I do have my sweatshirt put on, but I'm trying to let my sports bra dry a little bit. Luckily, these windows fogged up as I was getting dressed in here because we have no tint on our windows of our car. Again, with no tint at all. It's, you know, show for everybody. Did learn that getting changed in the car for the run will not be easy.
Nope.
So
think about that.
What we're gonna do, we don't know. So we did learn something from this run. And I wanna say this. Without the rain, I could have kept going.
I could have too, yeah.
I was good.
No, I could have kept going.
Like, this was significant. This is the rain. First
off,
off, I don't want to ruin my shoes. These are the only shoes I have. I could have already ruined them.
Oh, I'm still wearing the belt. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sitting in the back, by the way. I just figured I don't want to get back out and get all wet. I'll do it when we get to the place. What was I just going to say really quick before, and then I'll just go so she can buckle and drive. Oh, I could have kept going. It was just, I don't want to ruin my shoes. Also, I don't want to get a pneumonia. Is that what we would get?
Well, yeah, I could see us getting sick now.
Literally towards the end of it, too, my nose was like running so bad. Like I couldn't even, like, you know when you sniffle and you get the snot back up?
That's how I feel.
It's TMI, but I couldn't sniffle anymore. My face was just so wet. The beads were rolling off of me. I actually look quite good for now, but today was the day, and there was that.
I want us to do this.
Yeah, like, what is this? Like, why can't we do this? They, like...
Maybe even us at this point.
Like, we're out here doing it, and we were gonna push through, and then we said
I gotta start moving because I gotta pee.
All right, I'll see you when we get home for maybe a Trader Joe's haul. So I actually just checked my phone while we were driving to the store, and it in fact says we are in flood watch. You might say, why did you do this? Why did you do this? Because it wasn't supposed to rain today. It was supposed to be tomorrow and Monday, which I was concerned for Monday because obviously we run on Mondays. I was like, I'll worry about that on Monday. I didn't know I had to be worried today. We'll try again. We will try again once those shoes are dry. When that is, I don't know. I might be going home to buy new shoes. I don't have money for this. This is getting too expensive. And now it's really no longer raining. I can't keep up with it. I said this to her too. I said, and also 2 seconds ago, the sun came out for like a split second. I don't know what that was about. But the thing is,
it's like peeping through the clouds.
It doesn't matter if it stopped because it was just flooded like where we were. So there was no like, hey, just keep going.
Fast, man.
It flooded bad. And also there's so many cars there that I was just waiting for it to be like one of those scenes in the movies where like they drive by and just splash us. Even though it's supposed to be like a place for cars and people and bikes and all these things to just use this one track, they are very I don't even know what I want to use the cars. They
pedestrian friendly.
Yeah, they don't like the walkers. They don't like the bikers. Wrapping my head around it. Honestly, I think I'm taking it quite well that we didn't do these 10 miles, but I think it's mostly because this was really out of my control.
Yeah,
this was like nothing I could do about it, but that's all right.
I was willing to try, but I feel like we would have wrecked our phones, our watches, our shoes, everything.
Yeah. I bought $5 headphones, as you saw, from Five Below, because in case like my Bluetooth ones drop out or something at the race, I was going to have them as backup. I might need to buy new ones because I might have wrecked those. I don't know. They sound okay though. They actually worked all the way up into the car, so they might be okay. We'll have to wait and see, but yeah. Now I'll see you when we're home, unless I think of something else. Hopefully I won't. I need to be done thinking. Day, we figured let's take a risk and see if anybody put anything out for the garage sales. I think like 2 of the houses that said they had bikes didn't end up like having outside. The first people had a nice bike, but we didn't ask how much it was. We looked it up like while we were pulled in front of their house. It was from Walmart. So I'm like, And then the other people had, And then the other one that we looked at, they had like 5 bikes or something, and they all looked kind of old and rusty. So we didn't even ask the price on those because we were like, they look old and rusty. And then the last house we just went to, they had one mongoose, and then I forgot what she said the other one was, but I never heard of that. Schwinn? I don't know. I haven't heard of that brand, but
I've heard of Schwinn. Yeah, that's a very popular brand.
But they were $50 and $60 each. It's like they're new. I just took them out of the shed and sold another one. I feel like they're also, everyone's just like, obviously I'm not expecting to see like the best of the best out here. Maybe, who knows? But I'm just saying, like, I feel like if they're gonna just be reselling Walmart bikes that are kind of old and used, I should just buy myself a new Walmart bike. Like, you know what I mean? Anyone would like, because I do appreciate it. A lot of you guys actually do comment and like leave me little tips and tricks, so I do appreciate that. If anybody also is into riding bikes, feel free to let me know, like, what's a good beginner? Like, I would love to get into like actual cycling, but right now I just need to learn how to ride a bike. Yes, I am 25 and I don't know how to ride a bike. I had a traumatic experience. We will get into that when it comes time to ride the bike, but I might have mentioned it before. Yeah, so if you have like a good beginner bike, also like short, like I'm 5'3", so I might be like teetering on a kid's bike.
I love when the girl said, well, that one is like, the Mongoose is like a young girl's bike.
Me.
I wanted to be like, bitch, you're 5'3", she a young girl.
I will now see you when I'm home. I did say I would check in if I had any other thoughts, and I did. I had another thought. All right, back home. The washer's already on. I tried to stand far away from it so you guys can't hear it, but not much we can do. We honestly didn't really get much exciting at Trader Joe's. We got like mostly bread, bagel. She wanted broccoli. We did get these to try. Well, I'll show you when we try them. But I'm going to make my little burrito just because I am like kind of hungry, and also semi-concerning because I feel like, not that like we did 4 miles, but I feel like we almost did like, I don't know, not anything crazy because it's only like a mile more than what we normally do. But I feel like I came home and I was a pound lighter. So I'm like, that's like, okay, everything I put in came right back out. Like, or I burned it right off. I did buy a little watermelon because people said that should be good for acid reflux, obviously because it's water. I also bought 2 bananas because typically we've been having, like, they keep bringing like little gnats and fruit flies. So I got 2 to see if they're gonna come back again. And then this is what we bought, they're little gummies. I don't know. We'll try them. Okay, so we've pretty much been playing Fortnite all day. I think we only got like 1 win. It's, you know, it's that time of the year where they put all this stupid stuff in. And for some reason, everybody else can use the chainsaw and the knife and all that, but we can't. Every time we use it, we die. It's like 8:30. We were not hungry. It was so weird. I mean, we had breakfast. Did I show breakfast? I don't think I showed breakfast. No. I did end up having my little meat quesadilla and potatoes. I think I mentioned it, but we did end up eating it. But that's what we had, like, pretty much right when we came home, and we haven't been hungry this whole time. I'm still not like super hungry. Like I was expecting myself to be like ravenous. I guess because we only did 4 miles and I think I was stuck with like the 10 in my head. She made pancakes for dinner tonight, and that's what we're gonna have. And then that's honestly probably it. Like I don't think I'm gonna have, I don't know if I'll have dessert, I'll see. I'm gonna go pour some syrup out, and I'll probably just see you tomorrow morning unless I do have a snack, so we'll see. Happy Sunday, everyone. I don't really know what we have planned for today. Originally, we were like gonna go out, but then they said all the storms, but honestly, I'm gonna be honest, it looks better outside than it did yesterday. And last night, I will say, I thought to myself, I'm like, damn, usually we're always so late to everything. We're always not on time.
Well, our race runs.
Yes, that.
God,
but my thing is, if we were late yesterday, we could have probably actually done the run. Like that's the worst part. Like, and I thought about that, I'm like, damn it. Actually getting up at 6 a.m. did not benefit us yesterday. I mean, here's the thing. The streets probably still would have been flooded and there would have been puddles everywhere. So that's like the only thing I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, it still would have been bad. But, you know, we wouldn't have had that. My shoes potentially wouldn't have been ruined. Have we touched them this morning?
No, they're in the room.
Oh.
No, with your look, you would have stepped in a puddle for sure.
I still would have stepped in a puddle. We're having breakfast. I decided to do 2 little like taco things. We had 2 of these little mini quesadillas left. So, or not, they're not quesadillas. They're tortillas. I just call them quesadillas, and that's
I call everything a quesadilla.
Everything's just a quesadilla, and that's not, I know it's not right. I don't know. Okay, I'm having 2 little mini tortillas with I just did the gardening beef because I didn't want to get involved with tofu, and then I'm having a bagel and a hash brown because I am kind of hungry, and I'm like, I wanted a bagel, but I don't really know. We'll see how the bagel digests because honestly, I've been feeling very well with my acid this week. So I don't know if it's because you guys have been here. I don't know. But I've been feeling quite well with it. Let's go. I have to wait because I just took my Pepsi, so I still have like another 7 minutes. Let's go touch the shoes and see how they're doing. Okay, they're on the clothing rack. Oh, okay. They're not that bad actually. They're pretty dry. It's honestly like in here. Actually, wait, let me take these out. I'm so stupid. I'm gonna leave these out because just like up here by the toes, we're like a little bit wet. Everything else, it's just this bottom part, which is like, you know, where my feet mostly touch, I guess, but we'll see. All right, let these dry and we'll go from there. We're just relaxing on the couch for today because we have nothing to do. Technically, yes, I know I did miss my arm day, but like I said, I just don't think those are important, like it's not like gonna make or break this training. Also, I think we made an idea. Originally, I was gonna taper for 2 weeks. Not like a crazy, I was gonna go from like my long run was gonna be like somewhere between like 6 to 8 miles, and then the other one was gonna be like 3 to 6. I think we're gonna get rid of one of the weeks and just be able to do 10 miles, and then we'll taper down. Okay, so we had dinner. I didn't film it, and we had dessert, but that's just because we had rice and beans, literally the same meal that I think we started this week off with. We really did nothing but relax today. What is he doing here? Can I help you? So yeah, that was pretty much, we just pretty much relaxed today. Barely looked like it rained. I saw people online being like, oh, it's like super windy and da-da-da. I'm like, I don't really care about the wind, no offense. I care about the fact that it didn't rain. And with that, we can kind of move on to what I came to end this video all about. I just checked my shoes. They seem okay. I will say I came out and I was like, let me just see. The innersoles still felt a little wet, and I squeezed them into a paper towel, and the paper towel was pretty much filled with water. They feel fine now. I still have them out of the shoes on paper towels, just like to air dry. I think I'll probably be fine for them tomorrow, honestly. The rest of the shoe is like completely dry. It's the inner sole that is not drying, and honestly the right one is the worst one, and that's the one my foot like fell in the puddle in, so I'm not surprised. I think they'll be fine in the end. I'm not even sure if we're gonna be able to run on Monday / tomorrow because the weather advisory was for today and Monday, so the rain could be waiting for tomorrow when we have to go outside and run, and today we had a rest day and it could have just rained and we could have had a nice day. Just gonna have to wait and see. I think next week I also have like a really crazy week now that I think about it, right? Is next week the 17th? Yeah, next week we have an actual crazy week, and I almost should have filmed this kind of style video next week, or maybe I shouldn't have. I have, obviously, tomorrow we have no clue what's gonna happen with the rain. And then on Friday I have a big like work thing, and then on Saturday, we have a 10 miler, hopefully. Yes, not hopefully, we will do it, like, unless it's raining again, because I don't want to ruin my shoes, especially since we are really closing in on race day. And then Sunday, we have our breast cancer awareness walk, which is very exciting. So, we have a jam-packed week next week too. Obviously, I'll take you through the whole week next week, but I don't know if I'll do as intense of, like, all of this, like showing, you know, what I do after and between the runs and everything. Oh, I also just did my Run Better with Ash little program. I got up and I'm like, oh crap, I didn't do that, let me do that. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. I will see you guys next week though to do that. We'll do a think we'll do something kind of similar to this, but we won't do as much with the out of running stuff because we'll actually have a lot of stuff going on next weekend. Or maybe we'll just do a weekend vlog next weekend. I don't really know. We'll just have to see. I know also like we're getting to a crunch where we're gonna really have to like do a lot of like more prepping things for the Rocky Run, like making sure we have all our fuel, making sure we have our plan tripped. Also, we have to do our packets and all that stuff, which will be fun. So we might do a lot of these little weeks in my life or something like that for the upcoming weeks up until race day, just to show you what goes on. As you can see, cat crying all the time. That is it for this week though. I do hope you guys enjoyed seeing kind of like what I do before and after runs and just how I kind of try to fit it into my week. So I will see you next week. Like I said, I'm not sure what style we're gonna do for next week, so you'll have to come back and see. But I do know next week we will include the 10-mile run, so there will be that. Till then though, I hope you guys enjoyed, and roll the outro.